Hello, this is session 18, page 288. Under normal circumstances, I'd let you take care of this on your own. This is the assignment after the test. But I thought we'd go ahead and give you some examples here anyhow, just to make it a little bit easier for you, especially in these situations where we don't see each other face to face. It shows a few selected problems from the assignment. There aren't too many, maybe a handful more for you to play with. And they're very, very simple. It gets us an introduction into the exponents and logarithmic chapter. And I think it's a nice intro too for what the author gives. Number two, we'd like to change 4 to the negative 3 to a positive exponent, then simplify. With the negative, we'll send the item to the denominator. The negative exponent moves it to the other area. If it's in the numerator, it goes to the denominator. Denominator goes to the numerator. So in this case, the 4 to the negative 3 will become 1 over 4 cubed. And simplify 4 cubed to 64. Basically finished there. Not too much for that particular problem. And the next one here, number 4. Number 4 involves a fractional exponent. And the object here is to try to get the denominator here removed so we have no fraction at all. And we do that by trying to get the 27, if possible, to have that same denominator. And we can do that by making 27 3 cubed. And then what I did was to say, look, let's go ahead and use the rules for exponents. Let's multiply those two. When you take to a power, you should keep the base and multiply the exponents. If you need a 1 underneath there to go ahead and multiply, go ahead. I'm hoping you don't. In any event, what will happen is the 3's will be eliminated and you'll be left with 3 squared. Change that to 9 and you're finished. Number 6 involves a combination of these two. It's rather nice in that it involves the negative exponent and the fractional exponent. Kind of about as involved as you can get with the exponents. You might first want to take care of the negative exponent. And the negative exponent will invert the fraction or flip the fraction if you like. It'll make the 1/16 16 over 1 or just 16. It does not flip the exponent. It doesn't become 2/3. Some people just go about with the negative exponent, flip everything. The negative exponent sends the denominator to numerator and numerator to denominator. It does not flip the 3/2 and make it 2/3. Okay, so be careful on that one. But then again, we'll proceed to do the same thing we did in number 4 here. We'll try to change this 16 to something involving a 2. So those 2's will be eliminated, and that's easy enough. 16 is 4 squared, and then once we do that, the 2's will be eliminated. We're left with 4 cubed, and I think 4 cubed turns out to be 64. It should be a good answer for us. For number 14, the author is now combining the exponents with the function, talking about an exponential function here. Gives f of x, g of x, and h of x. For number 14, we need to use h of x. Because we're looking for h of 1. So h of x here is 10 to the x plus 1, and we like to find h of 1. It's simple enough just to replace the x on both sides with a 1 here, and 10 to the 1 plus 1, 10 to the second is 100, and we're finished with that one very quickly. So that's a nice easy one. The entire exercise I think is probably a 5 to 10 minute exercise for you, but again I just thought I'd give you a little bit of background with it. Number 16, f of x is 3 to the x, and we're looking for f of negative 2. The same situation, replace the x here with a negative 2 in both cases. Just as before, the negative sends the item to the other area, in this case, denominator, 1 over 3 squared, 1/9 should be a nice answer for us. And the last one here, number 18, the g of x equals to 1/16 to the x. I thought it was rather interesting to choose this one because we're looking for g to the negative 3/2. So we'll insert x as negative 3/2 in both cases here. And then of course the negative again will flip the fraction and give us 16 to the 3/2. Again, not 16 to the 2/3. The 1/16 is inverted, but not the 3/2. 16 to the 3/2 looks kind of familiar, I think. If you look back here at number 6, same problem, isn't it? So what the author did was just disguise this problem a bit. Instead of starting with the exponential fraction there, give us a function and said, okay, play with that and get the same thing. So basically, we're the same answer there. I didn't finish it, but same answer, and 64 in both. And this will finish session 18, a very quick session for us. Do continue watching the videos, please, and Ask you to respond in the conferencing if you have any questions at all. I'd be happy to hear those and to work on those. Take care. We'll see you for the next session.